Hey there, YouTube. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Tried to record video yesterday. It didn't work out. I tried twice and ended up saying, forget it. I'll try tomorrow. So here we are. I hope you guys had a good couple weeks since I've uploaded. I hope you guys were enjoying yourself and you're enjoying life. So yesterday I went back to work. Was on shutdown for a week. Place I work at, they do two weeks of shutdown every year. One in the summer and then one in the winter. And this one was different for me because last year I missed their summer shutdown, but for the winter one I ended up working part of the shutdown just because we didn't have a whole lot of money, and so I worked part of the shutdown. I still had some time off for the winter shutdown last year, but this year I actually took the whole shutdown off, which was really nice, and kind of sucked having to go back, but you know, whatever, I got to. So yeah, I had yesterday I was trying to record and it was a different video, but it just wasn't working out, so I'm just gonna table that for now and attempt that at a later date, which might be next week probably, and just see how that goes. So this week's video isn't anything fancy. I've got like a interesting thing, but so went back to work last night. Towards the end of my shift, my wife texted me that she was having cramps, so she was worried, and I got extremely worried when she told me that. So I ended up leaving work a little early, and we called her OBG, and the OBG wanted her to get to the ER as soon as possible because she thought it might have been my wife was having contractions or like early labor, which is not good because my wife's not due until October, or well, the baby's not due until October, I guess. So yeah, that's a concerning thing, and so we like I said, I took off work. I sprinted to like put all my stuff up and get my shoes on and like get to the time clock and clock out, like, and then I sprinted to the car. Like, I was in full like let's go mode because I was really scared and freaked out, and so got home, got my wife, and got her loaded up, and we have an ER here in town, but it's a smaller hospital, and we don't like it. We both just don't like it. So, and in the we're planning on having our son. The hospital we're planning on having our son at is not far from us, so it's within a reasonable amount of driving time. So picked up my wife, got her loaded up, and then we just I like booked it to the other hospital. So we get there, get checked in. They, you know, do typical ER stuff, check her vitals, everything like that. Ask her some questions, and then they got the OB specific RN there, and because they have like a on-call OBG. That was another reason we went to the other hospital, because this one here in town doesn't. But they had like an on-call OB RN, and so she started asking her questions and stuff like that. We went down to the OB area of the hospital, the baby delivery and area and stuff like that. Whatever you want to call it, maternity ward, if you want to call it that, whatever. So we got there and they did some tests and stuff. But while we were waiting for some of the results to see if she was okay, she wasn't as worried. I was still like freaking out because this is our first kid. I couldn't even imagine that, and anybody that's gone through something like that, I just my heart goes out to you, for real. It makes me sad even just thinking about it. Yeah, that's an extremely difficult and hard thing to go through. I'm 100% sure. And yeah, so that's why I was freaked out. And she was freaked out too, and it was just a bad situation. But within that situation, we kind of found a cool, neat thing, and I got video of it, and I will splice that in. But it's really neat. They hooked her up to a monitor, basically just an ultrasound for the baby and its heart rate, and you could, like, they had her hooked up for 20-30 minutes, something like that. So we took like a little video of it, and it was really cool, and I'll splice it in here. But yeah, it was really cool. And when we got there and got down to the maternity area and stuff like that, they weren't super worried that anything was wrong. They just wanted to run the tests to make sure. They said that stuff like this can happen with anybody, and sometimes it's just a fluke, or sometimes it's just something that's not super worrisome. It's not a big deal. But it's always good to get it checked out, and so we made that. I recorded that little video, and it was really cool to see that, and it just really, it was a really scary and terrifying scenario that could have played out, but everything ended up being okay. Basically, they did a test to see if she was going into early labor, or if if there wasn't, if it was just like a fluke and it wasn't anything to worry about. And the test came back negative, so she wasn't going into early labor, and so that was very reassuring. And it was just a little scary, But we're both extremely happy that the baby's okay, and the OBRN was basically saying like the baby's doing really well, and they're surprised how strong his heartbeat was and everything, or how easily they could find his heartbeat and everything, because she's still fairly early along. She's not super early along, but they said that the stuff that they found and they could see with the monitors was very reassuring for how long she is compared to, like what they could see on the monitors and stuff was really reassuring for where she's at in the pregnancy. They normally have trouble seeing the stuff that they saw on the monitors with other babies, so that's really reassuring. And yeah, it was a very, very scary. Yeah, it was a really scary situation, but luckily everything's okay. We're all good. So yeah, I honestly, if you or someone you know has ever gone through a miscarriage, my heart honestly does go out to you, because I may not have understood it before, but like the fact that I might be, that I'm going to be a dad, and that might have actually happened, it hurts, man. It hurts my heart. It really does. It was a scary situation, and that is definitely one of the scariest things I've went through. It was yeah. Yeah. But like I said, we're all okay. Baby's okay. Mama's okay. So we're okay. Thankfully, thank God, because it could have gone much worse. Yeah. So, sorry if this video was dark and kind of sad and not happy, but they're not all going to be like that. So, I love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Yeah. Go out and live life. Enjoy it. And I'll see you guys next week.